Hola, YouTube, and welcome to Forever Sorting with Kevin Bartholomew Hinkle.
How did you wait? B. That starts with a B. That can't be right.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
That's my.
I got you. Kevin Aloysius Hinkle.
You got it. You finally. The secret's out.
Yeah, there it is. Name game.
Secret's out.
Name game.
How's it going, Julian?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. I'd like to welcome everybody back. If you're in the Birmingham area, come out and see Kevin and myself today.
Today's the day, right?
He was there yesterday, but I will be there with him and some other friends today. That was my hand, by the way.
Today's
Brickfair, Alabama. You watched last week's episode, so you know that it's today on January 20th.
Yep, at the Birmingham Jefferson Convention Center, downtown Birmingham.
That's right. And if you can't figure that out, go ahead and give us a call, a text, or DM me, because you know it goes down in the DM. So I just comment on the video. Where is it? That's all you got to do. Just if you're watching, comment on the video if you need to know where we are. Kevin and I will see you there. Kevin will be busy doing something official, and I will definitely not be doing something official. I will be out. Kevin is going to have to go ahead and get me kicked out of there, or they're going to kick me out of there because Kevin's going to be like, "Hey, Kevin, there's a guy doing a thing over there by the kids. This ain't going to work."
Do you have a game plan for how long you plan to stay at Brick Fair today?
Word on the street is we're going to drive up, get there about 10 o'clock.
Okay.
But we're not going. We're going to go to the Lego store first.
Sure. So the River Chase store, the local.
We're going to go, but we don't. But we're going to do that because I want to hit the Lego store because there's no Lego stores on an I am the AFOL that goes to the least amount of Lego stores. There's none anywhere ever for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So last time I went to the Lego store was Discovery Center in Philadelphia. And the time before that was the King of Prussia Mall in Philadelphia in 2016.
Okay, wow. All right.
I don't get around. Nope.
Your pattern for Lego store visits is pretty spacious.
And it is connected with cons.
Yeah.
So if I go to a con, I'm probably going to a Lego store. So Brick Jams and me and Matt, the IT guy, and another friend, we're going to go ahead and hit the Lego store. And then, of course, I'm going to convince them that it's time to go eat right after that. Hopefully, we'll just hit the drive-through and then drive on in and just wolf it down and then go inside and see Brickbender Underworld and Kevin and some other friends. Hannah.
I don't think I knew that Matt, the IT guy, was coming. Is he coming?
Oh, yeah. He's got.
I don't think I knew that before. Is that a recent development?
Nope.
Okay, I was just maybe not listening.
You just didn't know. I don't know how much we produce. Jamie knew it, and I knew it for sure. So
okay, that's cool. Yeah, no, I do. As someone who has been to this event multiple years, I would recommend eating either at that mall, which does have a pretty good food court. Andrew, who was our special guest last time, we ate at the mall at some point during Brick Fair. Yeah. Because the area around the Birmingham Convention Center has like a Subway.
Okay, because
and that's all.
I'm looking for Taco Bell because I want to spend as much money at the Lego store as possible.
I will have 500 tacos. Okay, that'll be $5.
My record is 23 crunchy tacos eaten in one sitting.
There you go. So keep that in mind, and make sure your traveling group knows there really is no food options around the event, so you'll want to eat wherever you are.
Sure. And we're also, Matt and I are driving from Tallahassee to a place called Clarksville, Florida, which is an hour from us, but it's 20 minutes away from where Brick Jams is going to drive by as he goes up to Alabama.
Okay. All right, cool.
So, but we're going to have to be there. We're going to have to be at the location we're meeting them at 5 Central Time.
Okay.
Making that even earlier. Like we're going. Yeah. Is it?
Oof.
Yeah. No, we have to leave here at 4 a.m.
Man,
that's all right because Matt and
you're gonna be running on adrenaline and excitement.
No, sir. It's a 4-hour drive from where we're getting picked up at. We're gonna be sleeping.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
I'm gonna sleep the whole way. Not even think twice about it. Might even stay up that way. I could sleep. I could sleep. Sorry for running this. I guess it's a good thing.
We're still, I mean, it's relevant.
I'm really, really excited.
It's relevant. I mean, our intro is now super long, but it's relevant.
I don't think this is not the record. This is not even close to the record intro.
It's not.
But before we get started deep into it, and before you go and give us where you can be found, I would like to know what's new with you. As far as do you have more shows on the internet now?
Yeah. What am I up to? What's wrong with me?
What are you doing?
Yeah. No. Hey. Thanks. So before we get too far in, again, as you said, I do want to thank everybody for once again coming back to another episode, continuing to listen to this saga and the tangents and the Q&As and all the other weird little nooks and crannies and detours we were taking. It is appreciated. And thank you, Julian, for continuing to host this on your channel.
Namaste.
And for continuing to ask some pretty good questions and make some good points and some good interjections.
I don't throw snowballs, buddy. There's no softball pitches over here, buddy.
Exactly. But yeah, I've been busy, so it's a new year. One of the things that I had been thinking on for a very long time, I'd say probably the better part of all of last year, was some of the things that I would like to do eventually. I didn't necessarily set my sights on 2019. I'm going to launch these things.
Right.
But I said, you know what? I would love to do. One of the things I really wanted to do was a podcast, right? And here we are living this.
Living the dream.
But that was something that I had in my mind for a very long time, which is we've talked about this a little bit in some of the other people's streams, where the name Forever Sorting came from, because I had already claimed it a very long time ago, actually.
You planted the flag, folks.
But I thought, hey, that's a cool name, and one day I'll have a podcast of some kind, and that'll be the name of the podcast. But I'm really happy that that's been happening. We've been living that. One of the other things that I wanted to do as we got near the end of last year was finish my backlog of Lego sets. Because man, oh man, I don't like to have a shame pile or a shame wall or a backlog that's too egregious.
There's another name. It's called a pride pile.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I think I've heard that one before.
Yeah. Cool Kid Bricks came up with that one.
I like it. So, just in case you don't know what that is, it's Lego sets that you have in a pile somewhere in your possession that you've purchased or acquired or whatever, and you haven't opened it, you haven't built it, and it's just sitting now. And it's okay. I mean, life happens, people get busy, and you tend to accumulate, but it gets to a tipping point.
Mm-hmm.
You have too many, whatever's your threshold. And because I am planning, me and my family to move so at some point in the summer of next year,
right,
I really wanted to just focus this year on getting it done.
Right.
And so I said, you know what? I'm not going to stop building during other opportunities like Forever Sorting or joining other people in their streams, but I'm going to dedicate a solid 3 hours at least once a month to a new series I launched on my own YouTube channel called Backlog Building.
Nice.
And it has been pretty cool to host my own stream. I've been participating in people's streams for months now. And you know what?
Almost a year.
Yeah, it is different. It's different to host than it is to participate.
Thank God you finally get it. Do you see the grind work and what I do, my man?
And there is like a pressure, which I know you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Where if you're hosting and it's on your channel,
yep,
that's also, it's your brand, it's your viewer base, it's your subscribers, it's your whatever.
Yep.
And so like if the conversation gets like quiet or it starts to get boring, you feel like I got to keep it going. I got to get it up. I got to kick it up a notch. I got to start talking. I got to start asking questions. So, but that's, we're going on another tangent, which I do.
Hey, we got time. We got time.
But yeah, backlog building is a new series. I've done one.
Yeah.
So far, but I had a lot of fun. It was fun doing it.
Just want to interject real quick. Bricksmith's backlog is a bunch of poly bags that I'm not going to open.
How do you know how many? Do you have a estimate?
I sure do. I've got one unopened sealed set. I have the caveman and cavewoman set that's still in the box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 polys.
There it is. That's your backlog.
The caveman, little cavewoman and caveman thing. And then one unopened set. And I'm sorry, it's going to be 14. It's 14 years old this year, and I'm not opening it.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine.
Can't do it. It's the Vader trans set from 2005.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man, going back.
Yeah, not opening it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So that's something I did, and you were also super helpful with just giving me some pointers and tips about some of the logistical things. But so that started. That's on my channel, and as I mentioned earlier, it will be once a month at least. Hopefully, I'm going to shoot for every other week. But that being said, this weekend is Brick Fair, so this weekend would have been a backlog building on my channel, and it will not be.
You should definitely go live for 5 minutes and build something. Have a break.
I'll
the people what they want, Kevin.
Okay, I'll do my best. So that's one thing I launched. The other thing that I launched is a show, if you want to call it that, called Doodle Stream, and I had a lot of fun with that too. And so obviously my focus is art, is drawing, it's illustration, it's graphic design. So that's where I make my money. That's where I'm hoping to continue to make more money, is as providing that service to anybody and everyone that needs it. And again, I've noticed that as you put more focus into something you have to do, the creative I want to do this for fun starts to get down prioritized. And so a perfect example of that actually is Bricks in the Middle, where Bricks in the Middle comics, which are mostly for fun. There's not really any revenue generated through it. But the comics tend to take a backseat when I'm doing freelance work because I get paid to do that. Yeah. So I wanted to host a stream where, again, I am forcing myself for a certain amount of time to sit there and draw for fun and do it live with people that can give me suggestions. We can have fun. We can chat about it, and also get to use and get more familiar with my drawing tablet that I'm not super familiar with. So I do a lot of my drawing either on paper. I know it's crazy.
What's that?
Archaic. Or I will just do the entire thing through Illustrator with a mouse, like I do anything that I design for printing, like printing onto shirts or printing onto posters. Usually it's all digital. Like I don't even. So that's called Doodle Stream. That is on my channel as well, Mr. Hinkle Draws. You're more than welcome to come check it out. You're more than welcome to come join if you want to give a suggestion live.
Yeah, I did it.
Take it. I'll do my best. But
congratulations on hitting 200 subscribers.
Thank you. Yes, that just happened like a couple hours ago. So that was pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm just happy people are happy and entertained.
It is definitely, I will tell you this, being around here in the YouTube for 5 years now, this will be my 5th year I'm working on right now. It is more difficult now to procure subscribers than it was 5 years ago, and it's harder than it was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what the algorithms are, but it's tough.
The barrier to entry is high.
Yes, sir.
I've noticed, but thank you. I appreciate it. And we're gonna keep it going and see what we can do. I still have lots more videos planned, and I'm happy with the mix right now because, Lego as a hobby is important to me. It's obviously a huge part of my life. That's why everything is right behind me. But also being an artist is who I've been since I was a young kid.
Yeah.
And so to me, it's so important to keep pushing both.
Yeah.
When I can and where I can. So, you know, in terms of like my social media accounts and my YouTube channel, you're going to see both, and you're always going to see both, because that's.
And I've noticed that sometimes it's tough to have two different things or whatever, different passions.
Yeah.
Showing up on the same. But folks, let me just explain this to you. He's come forthcoming from the very beginning to let us know that it ain't all just Lego.
Yeah. Yeah.
So go ahead, and when you see an artist around him, say hi to him and do like I do and follow him on Instagram, because they got some cool stuff. And my mind and my life has been my blinders have been removed.
No.
When it comes to the artistry and the bigger AFOL community or the bigger Lego community.
Sure.
I have more friends worldwide than I did before. And you guys know that I can meet somebody one time and call them a friend. So just know that. But anyway, but yeah, I'm digging on it. Now, Kevin, what about the rest of your stuff? And then give us where you can be found everywhere else. And then tell us who you're wearing and what you're doing.
Who are you wearing, darling?
Yeah.
So if you guys have any interest in following me outside of this program, you can follow me on social media at Mr. Kevin Hinkle. That's on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Flickr, all the things. And I have my own website, kevinhinkle.com. That's where I can take freelance projects on. You can see my portfolio there as an artist. If you want to just follow my art accounts and see the stuff I create, that would be Mr. Hinkle Draws on social media. And I'm not offended if you follow one or the other. I won't be offended. But that's where you can find me. The comic series I create, Bricks in the Middle, that's bricksinthemiddle.com, and on social media at BITM Comics. And we do have new comics coming soon, I promise you. We actually also have Bricks in the Middle merchandise coming soon.
The merch is on the way. The merch is on the way.
Yep. It is. Yeah, I did a sample order that I'm awaiting in the next couple of days to show up to make sure it looks good.
All right, now can you get yourself a shirt?
Can I get myself a shirt?
No, can the public get a shirt?
A Bricks in the Middle shirt?
Yeah.
That's going to be the plan.
Okay. Now, next question. Follow up quick. And I'm going to ask, because it's important to us husky AFOLs. Does it go bigger than a 3X?
I have to look, because this is through a different service that I'm not familiar with. Okay. This is through, we'll see how if the tests don't come out good, then we wouldn't use the service anyway. So we'll see. I'll keep you posted. I need it 4 or bigger, and I'll wear it and I will show it off. I appreciate it. Yeah. So who am I wearing? So today, are you wearing? Today, I'll move my camera a little bit, not all the way yet. It's on I didn't realize it's not on my other camera. What? It's on the hold on, stand by. What? There we go. I didn't realize it was on the different camera. Kevin knows more than I do now. Okay, so I'm wearing a monorail shirt, which was the second shirt I designed for the AFOL Shirts subscription service, bricksonthedollar.com. But this one is the Amazon print. So that one just went up. What color was the original shirt? Like a bright blue. And you went dark. This is a heathered dark blue. Heathered. So it's got like if I zoomed really in, you could see like it's got like a grainy kind of texture to it. So it's not just like a solid color. It's got like a little bit. So this was the Amazon one. I do like to get the Amazon ones too, just to see how they look. Mm-hmm. So I've been ordering one of each as they pop up there. But so yeah, if you wanted to order this shirt, like this exact shirt, you could get it right now on Amazon. You could wear what Kevin's wearing. You could wear what I'm wearing. And that is through the I think it's the account is AFOL Shirts on Amazon. Okay. Because Chris runs that, and he has a Bricks on the Dollar store on Amazon, and I think he has a special Eiffel shirt store for this.
Nice.
But if you can't find it, let me know. I can help you out with links. I have direct links to it.
There you go.
So yeah, that's what I'm wearing today. Again, just trying to wear what I design, show what I work on. And then what am I doing? I'm taking apart stuff that I've been building over the last couple weeks. So like I'm taking apart the Overwatch exclusive.
Time out. Kevin?
Yes.
Yeah. How long has that been in your backlog?
This hasn't been there too long.
I don't imagine, because it just came out.
Yeah, this was that Blizzard exclusive, so that was what, 4 months ago or something like that.
So it is actually a lot further back.
Yeah, but this is worse though, because this is the Christmas present.
See,
so like this was like just like, yeah.
No, I know, but like I didn't. Yeah, So which one have you had the Overwatch longer?
Yeah, this has been in the backlog longer than the present.
I didn't. I thought all the Overwatch sets just came out.
No, this was the one that came out before the Overwatch sets came out. This is the small, like you could only buy this on Blizzard.com. Oh, so this is not like the official wave.
Okay.
This was the pre-wave or whatever you want to call it, but it was just as one set.
So you like the game?
I have never played the game in my life.
So why did you have to have that, Kevin?
Because I have a problem.
Oh, okay. As long as you're willing to admit it, sir.
I had a problem. But I really did enjoy this build. And although I have no clue what the reference material is, this doesn't feel like a Lego set.
Really?
This feels like a mock that somebody made.
Oh.
Like it is very intricate. It's got these kind of cool points of articulation. I mean, it just doesn't feel the same.
Nice.
Which I like. But yeah, this is not a review stream.
Oh,
but yeah, I'm taking those things apart because these have already been built and been sitting around.
This is officially the longest intro.
Now have we won?
We have beat the internet.
Cool.
Before we keep talking, Kevin. What are you doing here?
So that's it. So I'm taking stuff apart while we're gonna talk today. Some people have asked before on at least on my Instagram and stuff, like how long things I build stay together.
Not long. And
yeah, sometimes really like it could be I take a picture and I take it apart. Sometimes my youngest will like to play with the stuff. Yeah. So like my 5-year-old was really all about playing with this present. Yeah, like he played with it for like 4 or 5 days in a row. He just kept
it's phenomenal.
And if they're playing with it, I'm not gonna stop it. So I let him do what he wants to do. Sometimes it'll sit like I built this during the backlog stream 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. And
it's just been sitting here since then. So I'd say it can be taken apart instantly.
Yeah.
Or a couple weeks.
Why don't you put it in your city?
I'll poop.
There you go.
Yeah, there is no city. Spoiler alert, there's no city. Not yet. Well, probably not while I live here, because that would be weird. I don't think I should start that.
You got a year and a half.
I know, but I've got a lot of other things to do in a year and a half.
You could just have another show on your channel. Working city work.
City work.
Yeah.
There it is. So hey, welcome to Forever Sorting.
Welcome to Forever Sorting. I have an announcement to make. I'm officially caught up with my sorting. I have nothing left officially to sort.
That's amazing.
It is either built or put in its place.
It should be celebrated, and there should be a parade in your honor.
I think so.
Can you have a parade in your city in your honor for finishing the sort?
I think I shall. We got 18 more days left by the time of the filming. So I'll set up a parade.
A little put your sig fig like on a float or a car waving.
Yeah, that'll happen. That needs to happen.
And like pink bucket dancers in the front.
So sexy. So sexy. Big bucket dancers. Anyways. So when we last left, Kevin, before we went off on a tangent, before we went to Alabama,
before we did all kinds of other things,
right?
Yeah.
Well, we was in Arizona, and somebody was doing something with pick-a-brick.
Yeah, we did start off saying talking a little bit about. Mundane is a terrible word, but some of the more mundane tasks, and that started with I assigned Dan pick-a-brick duties, and that turned into a whole episode about pick-a-brick.
I enjoyed thoroughly, and other people were as educated as I was with it, and other people were like, "Well, I already knew that."
So, yeah, I wanted to continue on to that trend of just kind of adjusting into a normal day-to-day operation.
Let's do it.
Of the store. And again, I've mentioned this before, but I'll mention it again. My full duration from the moment I was there to the moment I left, both in employment and in life, was 9 months. That's all. It was never planned that way. I didn't go into this going, I can't wait to move my family for 9 months. Like it wasn't the plan.
Yeah.
But from our last tail, we'd already moved several months in, so like we're almost already on our way out. Little to my knowledge, but so yeah, there was a lot of fixing to do, and we were actually in the store on a pretty good path. I had mentioned that we had hired 2 folks, James and Dave. So I mentioned that they were hired, and as I mentioned in that last episode, and I want to say it again, they were absolutely critical in a lot of the changes we made, because they were always there. Yeah. That's the thing, is that they were there so often because they had open availability, that they could be relied on. So they happened to be there a lot for the changes, cleaning up of the back room, cleaning up of the sales floor, and I mean, we did everything, man. It's like we were having the floors stripped and re-waxed, things that had never happened in the location.
Wow.
I think I had mentioned that there was a cockroach problem.
There was. You did. That was 6 months ago. You mentioned that.
Yeah, we got that taken care of. We got actual exterminators in to get that fixed.
Oh, one more thing, real quick.
Yeah.
This is our episode 20 officially.
Yes. Yeah.
On 20 episodes.
Oh, hey, that's cool.
Yeah. On the specials.
The big 2-0.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah, and if any of you guys, if you've been watching these 20 episodes and you did not know, Forever Sorting does have a Twitter account. Forever Sorting has an Instagram account. Forever Sorting even has a YouTube channel. If you want to follow these things or find them, they're there. They exist.
Yeah, we were going to talk about that, weren't we?
Yeah. They're a little behind because we started really getting going with the series, and social media and advertisement was kind of an afterthought. But but they do exist, so if you have an interest, you can find them.
Absolutely. Sorry about that, Kevin.
No, it's good. I thank you for bringing that up. It's awesome. It's crazy. 20 episodes, and that's just like the regular episodes, not all the.
I think there's 6 specials, 20 regulars, and then 19, 20 shorts. Shorts.
It's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
We're just for keep going, good buddy.
Yeah. So, from what I remember, I did share the incident in which Michelle, which was another supervisor we had, that she had just left the store, because I remember you telling about like having the store just left, not closed overnight, and all kinds of insanity.
Yeah.
So she left. One of the things that I don't remember if I had mentioned it when I was talking about her, apparently she was pretty critical in the how do I want to say this, in the discovery of a lot of the mismanagement of the store. So there was a loss prevention anonymous hotline, which still exists to this day, an LP hotline, where if you see kind of these terrible, egregious violations of all kinds of things, you can safely and anonymously call or send an email or whatever and say, I have a concern. I want to inform somebody.
There you go.
And so Michelle had come in and she had seen a lot of things that she was like, this doesn't seem like they're okay. And so, I mentioned anonymous, and I didn't know that she's the one that informed me that she did it. Otherwise, I would have never known.
Right.
But so she had come in, and she was the one that kind of blew the whistle on the last crew, which is fine. Whatever. It's cool.
Stitches.
You're right. It's like you start cracking knuckles. But one thing she did, though, which was interesting, before she decided to take her own leave, is, you know, I thought we had a decent working relationship for a while, but then it started to get a little difficult with her, and I can't really pinpoint exactly why. It just started to get like there was something going on, and so she called. I think, yeah, she called the loss prevention line again, but this time on me.
Oh, okay.
And this was really early on. Like this was like, I think also in the middle of my issues with Jeff and some of the other things. But so I remember the district manager reaching out to me saying, I can't believe I'm saying this, but we got another anonymous tip on your store from the current staff. And she didn't tell me like, oh, it was this person.
Yeah.
She said, well, we got another anonymous tip about you.
Wow.
And I'm like, but I'm not doing anything. But you know, she's like, but we have to open an investigation. We have to send the LP agent there. I have to show up. And she did. They showed up. They just tore the store apart for like 2 days. They went through every piece of paper in the filing cabinet. They went through all the deposits. They went through the logs. They went through like, whose signature is this? Who was the other person to validate this? And who, like, I mean, to be honest, it was one of the most stressful couple days of my whole life.
Wow.
Because the whole time I'm sitting there going, what have I done to make somebody think after what they've been through? Yeah. After the management team that they've already been through, what have I done to make somebody think that I'm just as bad, that someone needs to call the loss prevention line? And I don't know, maybe I was coming on too strong. I was trying to make too many changes too quickly, or I don't know. But nonetheless, it happened. And they came in, they did the investigation. There was a couple like minor things that they're like, okay, well, we found this, just so you know, the proper procedure would be to do this, this, and this, not that, that, and that. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry.
Had you been trained to do that properly or no?
Not necessarily. It was just like minor things. They were like, oh, I didn't realize you had to do that. But nothing that was like reprimand territory. Oh, okay. No, like nothing major happened. And so it was kind of this weird thing, because they came out and it was the same, apparently it was the same loss prevention agent. This is a different company. This is not Lego. The same loss prevention agent who came in for the last thing. And he's like, I can't believe I'm in this store again. Because it doesn't happen very often. Like, you know, a lot of people are very nervous to take that step.
Sure.
And so, I was like, yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know why you're here either. But I mean, I was nervous. I was, they were there for about, I think, 2 days, and almost the whole 2 days I was sick to my stomach. I kept feeling like I was going to throw up. I'm like, what have I done? Am I going to be like, I'm sitting there going, did I move my family to a different state just to get fired? And then, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I do understand that one.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what has happened? Yeah. But yeah, they didn't find anything.
No, of course not.
There was, and then there was this kind of weird aura after that, because I mean, now we're in a new place, right? There's very few people there from the last management team that are in the current management team. Yeah. And you know, I've already been whistleblowed on for no reason. I'm having issues with my assistant manager. And I'm just sitting there like, I mean, it was just like stressful on all accounts. I'm like, what's going on? But then there's this weird aura, like, who here has a problem with what I'm doing? Yeah. So much so that
where's the beef?
Right. Yeah. Well, I don't get me wrong. I didn't go on some crusade to find out who's the person. That's not, but of course it's on my mind. I'm like, I don't understand who.
Sure.
And it wasn't until right near the end when Michelle decided to walk out, is when again she divulged that she again was the person who did it. And I'm pretty sure it was also followed with some kind of argument that she was having with me over something. And I was like, okay. But yeah, so she was gone. She moved on. Dan got promoted. He was a supervisor. We talked about giving him pick a brick and some other responsibilities too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and then boop, and then here we are 45 minutes later. But we did a lot of stuff. We improved our relationship with the mall tremendously.
Good.
So we had a bad, as Dan had alluded to.
Oh yeah, Arizona Dan, you guys sucked out loud with the ball.
Well, it's just they just started with. It's just that's not a way to like enter into like, hey, we're your new neighbor, and now we're gonna make you all mad for 1,000 reasons.
Yeah, and justified while you're angry.
Yeah. So, it was really important to me to mend the relationship with mall management, mend the relationship with the mall security, in addition to the stuff I was doing in the store. And I think I did a pretty good job. I mean, I was attending all the like they would send out like, store managers, you're invited to a safety breakfast to come talk about. And these are things that nobody from our store had ever participated in.
Shame on them.
And an argument can be made that is it really necessary? It's an hour. It's just it's political. You're just shaking hands with the other mall managers or whatever. But I'm sitting there going, no, I need to fix this relationship.
Sure enough.
And so I did go to all of those, and it was making a difference.
Food any good?
It was usually like continental breakfast. It's like,
that's lame.
But it's whatever. Right. But I was doing that stuff. We also, the staff was getting a lot better. They were kind of all getting aligned and kind of the new standards. Morale seemed like it was getting exceptionally high. Like mystery shopping scores went up. So mystery shoppers, people that are undercover and they come in your store and they shop and they give you a score. Those scores started going up. Our average started going up, which is good.
There you go.
Also, the surveys on the receipts. So when you shop at a Lego store and you get the receipt, they'll say, "Oh, hey, if you have a chance, tell us how your experience was." There's a survey on the bottom, yada yada yada. Just like almost every other place on the planet.
Sure.
The difference with Lego, however, is that they give you zero as a customer. They give you zero incentive to take that survey. So they don't say, "Oh, take your survey, you get entered into a chance to win a $100 gift card," or "Take the survey, you get 5 free VIP points," or there's zero incentive.
Right.
It's, "Hey, if you had a good time, take the survey." Which I mean, you can go back or forth on how you feel about that. I personally thought that there should be some incentive.
Yeah.
Even if it's like a contest, like get entered in to win a $500 Lego gift card or whatever.
Sure.
But their position from the corporate office was that they didn't want feedback from people that they felt they had to entice. I was like, okay, whatever.
I get that sort of.
Yeah, I can kind of get that too. But those were really important though, because that is almost as weighted as a mystery shopper score. Is what is your store average for the it's called NPS, Net Promoter Score, which is not a Lego thing. It's a industry thing. What's your Net Promoter Score average for your store? That would factor into things like the manager's bonus. It would factor into things like the store's merit increases to give everybody a raise.
Yeah.
So they're important things. So we took the when I started the store, and I remember this number sticking out in my head, was ranked 39 out of 39. That was for the average score for the receipts. So that means poorest service in the company.
Right.
Not a great thing, right?
You see that? What I wrote in the internal chat?
Oh, okay. Yep. Sorry, I did not, but thank you. So that is not a great place to be at in terms of an average. And I am very pleased to say that we really worked on that during my time there. And I found that the most effective way to get the staff to assist you and back you up on things is to just do it with them. If you say, "Hey, I want you to tell customers, please take this survey when you finish the transaction and give them their bag and their products and the receipt." If you then, as a store manager or an assistant manager or a supervisor or anybody who's in a management role, is at the register doing a sale, they finish it, and then they don't do the same thing, you're just never going to get the buy-in from the rest of the team because you're not willing to do what you're asking them to do. So that was something that I was pretty insistent on with the staff was, if we're all going to ask the entire team to be pushing these surveys, we all as managers need to be pushing the surveys too.
For sure.
And it worked. It worked really well. So our number of surveys shot up through the roof.
That's awesome.
Like we were getting maybe 3 a week. Like 3 people would actually take them. And then we got up to like 6 a day.
Wow.
But so when I left, when I finally left the store, we were ranked number 1 out of the company.
Wow.
So we had the highest, and I actually had other store managers call me and ask me what the secret was. They were like, "What have you done? Because you've gone from 39 to 1." And this is still as stores are growing. So there was only 39 stores. I think when I left, maybe there was 40 or 42. But
hey, can I derail us for 1 second?
Sure.
Is there any chance we're ever going to get one in Tallahassee?
There's a chance they started opening stores again, which I'm actually, I'll be honest, surprised at, because the sales overall have not been as strong the last couple of years.
Maybe that's why they're opening stores.
Maybe it just seems odd, but
I agree.
If I'll say this, if stores are opening, there's a chance the store will open where you are or where you want it to be.
No.
Like never. Never say never. Never say never. Hey, I'm gonna say this. When I was in Colorado, and we remember John, my district manager in Colorado, he came and visited. I remember I asked him straight up, do you ever think there'll be a Lego store in Austin, Texas? And he said straight up, no. He said the market's not big enough. He goes, if we're gonna go to Texas, we would probably go to Dallas or Houston. And I said, okay, well, I mean, I only asked because I'm an Austinite. I'm from Austin. It'd be cool if there was. He straight up, never happened. And as we will find out in this story, never say never.
I tell you what though, I don't know how Austin was when you left to go to college. Was it the mecca for art and culture that it is today?
No, because I probably would have stayed there during it wasn't at all.
But if you had stayed there, none of this would have happened.
Exactly. I don't regret anything.
No regrets, people.
But I remember when I was in high school in Austin, my art teacher, when we started having the conversations of we're going to go to college, and I was sharing that my thoughts were with either the Savannah College of Art in Georgia or maybe going somewhere in California. Because it's a well-known art school.
Sure.
She was trying. She was like, you could go to UT. They have an art program at UT and the University of Texas. And I was like, no. I was like, I'm gonna go to a real art school. I was like, I'm not gonna go there. So yeah, it was totally different back then.
Okay. I thought it was. I just wouldn't hear you say it because I know that now Austin is what they have a catchphrase now, don't they?
Well, Keep Austin Weird
that's because of all the artistic people there, right?
Yeah, it's like local businesses, small businesses, arts and crafters, and all kinds of
I will tell you, I'm not going from hot Florida to hot Texas, but there is I have a kinship. I feel like in my heart with Austin because of the hashtag Keep It Weird. Yeah, that makes me happy. Good. Nothing to do with you.
You know what? Next time I'm back in Austin, I'll try to find you one of the Keep Austin Weird shirts.
Oh man, I need a and this one's what is it? Extra medium or no extra medium?
Extra medium.
Extra. I think Clutch. He's got to run a joke with somebody about an extra medium shirt or something.
Okay.
Have an extra medium. So this one's for Clutch, baby. Bricks on the collar, building up to it.
It's for you.
Yeah. He watches, man. He watches. He comments.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, big love for him, and he doesn't just watch because it's Kevin's thing.
No,
so,
no.
It is a big reason why I stayed. No, but I'm sorry. I just drew hair the hell.
No, it's fine. It's fine. So yeah. I mean, as I was saying, just things were getting better. Things were getting better. They were going towards a good place.
That was awesome.
And the district manager stopped visiting as frequently as she was. That backed off. And
I got a is your first store manager position, correct?
Right. This is my first
How
shot
old were
at it.
you? Exactly how old were you?
I was 23.
23 as a store manager.
Yeah.
What was the average age of store managers throughout the company?
Not 23. I know for a fact that I was the youngest store manager at the time in Lego company history.
Okay.
And then I held the record for a long time. And then I think somebody eventually later on, many years later on, was hired as 22.
Oh.
And I lost it. But what's funny is later on in the story, you guys will hear about Ted. And Ted is one of my closest friends, and he was my assistant manager when I moved to a different Lego store. He eventually got store manager role, and I remember he called me, and when he finally got the job, and he goes, "Kevin, how old were you when you became manager?" And I was like, "I was 23." He goes, "What month did you turn 23?" And I was like, "December." And he's like, "Ah, dang it, you're still the youngest." And I was like, "I'm sorry." But yeah, I'm pretty sure someone who was 22 took that from me.
Oh well.
But yeah, the average age was much higher than the 20s.
Nice. I thought so. So here's my opinion: is that you said that I'm gonna go interject with a story you just told. I believe you said that you didn't know why, and I believe you when you tell me you didn't know why she called or what problem you guys were having.
Yeah.
Oh God, what have I done?
What happened?
Whoops. That's got to go away. I broke my computer. I think I just added a virus or something. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear you and see you.
Good Lord, help us all. Here we go. You say you were 23 as a manager, and even though you come across as a very mature gentleman now, and even I imagine then too, there are certain things that only experience can teach you how to handle.
Yeah,
and perhaps she wasn't receptive to your young managerial gumption.
Ooh, I like that word.
Yeah,
I like the word gumption.
You're welcome. So
yeah,
and I'm not blaming you or laying blame on you. Just the fact that I was a 23-year-old man too, and I was a handful.
Yeah.
At 23, I was a handful.
Yeah. And we talked about this really early on in the series when we were starting to, starting a little bit more in the personal areas and family life and all that. Mm-hmm. But, as I've mentioned before, having to I had to grow up really fast.
Sure.
Which, hey, I get it. It's my own actions. But having a kid when you're a teenager will grow you up pretty quick.
Yeah.
And so, that's how it is, man. Yeah. That's just how it is. So, yeah. But yeah, overall, things were really good in a good spot. Things were moving in a great direction, and I was happy. I was happy. So living in Arizona was different.
Yeah.
That's for sure. It was hot. There was only a couple times I remember it being really crazy hot.
Yeah.
I remember once going out to the mall parking lot and I could not open the door of my car because I kept burning my hand when I was trying to get the door handle. I was like, I can't believe I can't even open my vehicle. I had to untuck my shirt and wrap my finger in the shirt to open it, and it was I couldn't touch the steering wheel because it was just on fire.
That's every day in Florida.
Is it really?
It actually is more often than not. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And also, I wasn't at all versed in so many of the immigration issues in Arizona. Because there's a lot of immigration issues. There was a lot of political, whatever you want. This was in the Sheriff Arpaio days.
Yeah, buddy.
This was in infamous Senate Bill 10 days, where there's
I don't know that one.
Well, good.
I live under a rock.
That's fine.
I know who Ohio was.
Yeah, I mean, this was like peak time for that.
Yeah.
And I didn't know. I don't know what's going on. But like I remember living there and seeing like protesters and seeing like the Senate Bill 10 thing was the Senate bill that had passed that gave officers the right in Arizona to essentially stop anyone if they just think, oh, that's an illegal immigrant. I'm just gonna stop it.
Oh, that's fun. That's
yeah.
fun.
So that I mean the
told you with your skin tone.
Yeah, and that's
dumb.
Yeah, that's you know the obviously the people that are against that.
Wait, hold on. Isn't that the definition of racist?
Yeah, that's hey, no, you're right.
Yeah, I did hear about that. I didn't know it had a name.
No, yeah.
Are you serious?
I mean, it was there. Like I was there when it hit.
Oh.
And it was the people that were against it, you know, they would call it like the right to pull over brown people. That's what they'd call it.
Yeah.
And I kid you not, man, I saw it happen over and over again. Like I'm just driving to work and all of a sudden like cop turns on siren and pulls over a random car and there's brown person and I'm like, what's happening? This is insane. It was crazy. We had a guy that would come in and clean the floors. Mm-hmm. So, you know, Lego would contract out a clean company to come in and clean the floors once a week. And then, as I mentioned, every quarter, they would do a full strip and re-wax of the floors. And during my time, I lost 3 of my floor cleaners because they would vanish and they would never show up. And I would call the company saying, hey, my floor cleaner. And every time was the same. We're sorry. We don't know what happened. We believe he was deported. I mean, over and over again. I was like, where do we live? I mean, it was crazy. I mean, this was all
Arizona, everybody.
It was Arizona. And, you know, hey, my wife is from Mexico.
Right.
And she was not, you know, like there was a period of time where she was honestly a little afraid to leave the house. She was like, I don't want to be pulled over because I'm brown and I'm driving somewhere.
That sucks. God.
But this was, you know, this was life at the time there. I also remember going to a establishment called Peter Pan Pizza, I think, or Peter Piper Pizza.
I think I've heard of that.
It's kind of like Chuck E. Cheese, but not.
Yeah.
And I remember going in there going, that's a funny sign. They had like this giant sign with a handgun, like an icon of a handgun saying like, in Arizona, please show us that your handgun is like, or like if you have a permit to have a concealed weapon. But like it was so obvious, like it was huge in the window. And then after I saw it, then I started seeing it everywhere. And I was like, oh, it's at the grocery store. Oh, it's at these restaurants. And I'm like, where do I live that every establishment has to have this massive sign saying, show us your gun? I'm like, this is a weird place to live.
I guess the West is still wild.
It was a little wild.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're not talking about 20 or 30 years ago. We're talking about 10 years ago here.
Yeah.
Maybe,
oh man, 10 years ago.
12.
Crazy. But so that was like some of my other life. Another positive thing is my older son, who at the time was our only son.
Mm-hmm.
We still believe to this day, my wife and I, that the best school system he was ever in was in Arizona.
Nice.
He had some awesome teachers, and he was getting some excellent help, because he had a little special needs. And so they had some extra, tutors and stuff that were helping him out. And it was just amazing. They did a really good job. Yeah. And we never were able to really find another one. We were like, wow, like it never happened after that.
Oh, of course not. Why would it?
Why would it? Why make things easy?
Yeah.
But yeah, so overall, everything was getting better. Life was a little crazy, but that's just life.
That is life.
But the store was getting better. Things were looking up. Like I said, morale was good. Things were getting clean. Relationships with them all was getting better. But then something happened.
Uh-oh.
Which I think is an excellent place to end because I love ending on cliffhangers. But something very, very unexpected happened.
I cannot wait to hear this.
And what it was we're now, I think, probably 7 months, maybe 8 months into my time there. And they, as they have been doing, this is now explosive growth time, right? This is now, hey, we're opening up another 15 stores this year. Hey, we're opening up another 15 stores this year. And so they released a note to all the stores saying, early heads up, here's the next batch of stores. If any of you or any of your staffs are interested, we want to give you the first heads up so you can apply for the roles.
Oh my.
And I was like half paying attention.
Mhm.
And I'm like, let's click through and see where the stores are going. And I'm scrolling down the list and I'm like, oh my God. And I remember somebody was with me. I don't remember who was with me.
Right.
Somebody was in the office. And that store had this cool little, like an office with an actual door. It's the only store I've ever worked in that had an office with a door. But they were in the office with me and they were like, what is it? I'm like, they're opening a Lego store in my hometown of Austin, Texas.
Oh.
And I just sat and I sat back in my chair.
Yeah.
And of course, the first thing that came to my mind was, John told me they were never going to open a store in Austin, Texas. That was the first thing that came to my mind.
Nice.
With that conversation I had with him. But I sat there and I go, I've
been here 8 months. Do I dare?
I said, I was like, it's my hometown. And as I mentioned, there's a reason why I mentioned it. The environment and the climate and the just political atmosphere in Arizona was a little strenuous. And hey, I moved my family and my wife, and she's telling me I'm a little worried to go driving outside. And I'm sitting there going, do I move my family again? But do I move us all back home? And this is the real home. This is like where we all left in the beginning.
That's the rub. This isn't home to Colorado. This is home
to
Texas, but Austin.
And so I sat there and I said, I really am going to have to think. And so that, ladies and gentlemen, is enough for today, I believe.
That sounds great. That's a great stopping point. Great tales, Kevin. Folks, I'm sorry we ran so long. Listen, I didn't even check with Kevin. I don't usually like checking with Kevin when I want to add something new or different to the show. Kevin, we need a fact-based question about your past that you have already told us about.
Okay.
To ask the people, and the answer, person who answers first correctly will have their comment pinned as their win.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right.
Now, Kevin, I didn't come up with this on my own at all. Brick Trains started doing it. Shout out to him. Y'all go check him out. Brick Trains. There will not be a link below. And because I've been watching the dog mess out of Brickzar, Brickzar then took that idea and he's run with it. And so I felt like adapting that to my channel as well, because it's just good business.
It's a great thing. I think it's cool.
I think it is great. So come up with a question that you've asked in one of the past shows. Maybe the Brick Fair, maybe the classic Brick Fair. Remember what we did an episode on Brick Fair itself?
The first one?
Yeah, or something that you gave an answer to, or something, or what? Oh, I don't know. Just come up with a question like right now on the fly.
Awesome. I love it. Let's see.
It can be something about your artwork.
Yeah, fact-based question. How about?
Oh my.
Yeah, I already hate it.
I hate that one.
I already hate it. Oh man. Could I? I think I've shared my story about going to college, and people know I've graduated.
Correct.
Did I share what my degree was in? Like officially, like my official bachelor's degree is.
I got a better idea. Why? I don't think you have. But
okay, I might not have.
Okay, here. How about this one? Name Kevin's college.
Yeah.
And for bonus points that don't count or matter, what was his degree in?
There you go. I like that because I know I've mentioned the school name.
So if you can come up with both of those, we will. If you can come up with one, the first one that comes up with the name of the college will pin you. If someone comes up with both, we'll pin that one, but it's got to be first. So we might have 2 winners, Kevin.
That's all right with me.
Yeah. So there you go. I appreciate you, Kevin.
Yeah.
Thanks for being my friend and doing this with me.
Hey, I look forward to seeing you in a couple hours.
Okay. That's going to be great. I will definitely blow you up. Look for a picture of me and Kevin on Instagram together today.
For sure.
And on my Facebook, and maybe I'll even go live and interview him while he's running around on the fly.
Maybe those are the best.
I think I should. I think I'm going to just do a video from there of just this much Kevin. Yeah. And then I'm going to post it on the way home. You drop something.
All the time.
Yeah. But that's Kevin.
That's Bricksmith.
Right here.
Right.
And according to Jamie, Brick Jams, remember, you got to sort those bricks.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.